A couple of days ago, news went viral that a lady by name Christabel lost her life while undergoing liposuction in Lagos. Since then, lots of emotion running on internet. The friend to the lady, Miss Portia, called the hospital out for ending the life of her friend due to their carelessness, nonchalant attitude. This is a story of an Instagram influencer, Christabel, who lost her life in Lagos as a result of liposuction or cosmetic surgery, as it is generally called. She wanted to enhance her body to have that banging shape, for her to look so nice. Some people call it Brazilian butt lift. BBL is a popular cosmetic procedure that involves transfer of fat from different parts of the body to butt to create more fullness in the backside. A lot of young people engage in this probably because they got the money or because they feel that's what they need to have that confidence, to build their self-confidence. Like Tonto Dike said, that her body was not too okay. She didn't have that self-confidence. But after going under the knife, she was able to regain that self-confidence. I'm not here to judge whatever you do with your money. You own the money, you own your body. So you decide on what you want to do with your body. If you feel that you want to go under a knife for you to look that beautiful, for you to have that banging shape, also remember that there is what they call side effects to all this. So before you think of going under a knife, also remember to make your inquiries. So according to her friend, Miss Portia, who shared this news on Twitter page, she said her friend went for this procedure in a hospital in Lagos, and this hospital is assumed to be a very high-class hospital that got experiences from all over the world, Europe, America, UK, name it, and they claim to know how to do this procedure very well, and that was why her friend decided to go there. She paid them 3 million for this procedure. After the surgery, she started bleeding. She was complaining, but the doctor said that it was very normal. The lady gave up the ghost after days without then telling anybody, even her family members or even her friends. Only for her few friends who knew that she was going for this procedure and was already expecting her to be back. They did not see her. They decided to storm the hospital. On arriving there, they were offered a letter that her body was deposited in the morgue. Since then, emotions have been running on internet, which also made the hospital Cynosure Aesthetic Plastic Surgery to give press release talking about how they took care of the lady, how they made sure that they gave her the best care in this world, how they managed her situation, her post-operative issues, but unfortunately she gave up the ghost. They said that the lady gave up the ghost as a result of autoimmune hemolytic anemia, which is a condition where immune system of a person attacks their own blood cell, especially after a previous blood transfusion. My issue in this case is that when it comes to medical intervention, timeline is very necessary, because the friend said that she was complaining about bleeding. They said it was normal effect that she was supposed to have after the procedure. I believe that if they had referred her to a clinic with a higher level of care, maybe she would have survive it. We're so focused on blaming the victim, people that embark on this plastic surgery, without asking ourselves what of the hospital, the medical professionals that claim that they know everything in the world, they have all the experiences from the world, but they are not able to save these people. Nigeria, there's no consequences for your actions. Nigerian Medical Association, that is like the regulatory body for all these hospitals, they barely do anything except the person in question reports, and even when you report, they find a way to block the case if you don't have anybody in high places. I hope justice will be served to the lady, but this is not the first time this is happening in Nigeria. It has happened one time with Dr. Anu, but I'm sure she's somewhere practicing. All these medical professionals that render all these not so professional services to people, that people lose their lives in their hospital, have to be sanctioned. There are some people that find their body not interesting. They feel that they have to touch one or two parts for them to have that self-confidence. If you have the money and that is what you want to do, then you go ahead, but you remember you need to do your investigation first. Some people, they jump headlong. You need to take your time to do your own investigation. You check the hospital's history. If they have done any procedures like this, what are the success stories? What of the people that use the hospital? You might want to call up any of them and see their own experience in the hospitals. Also ask the doctor about the side effect yourself. How well does he think that he can manage it? Some of them who can manage it, they will tell you the processes they have in place, the steps, the procedures that they will use when such a thing arises. Then you now make up up your mind whether it's what you want to do or what you not want to do. Liposuction and plastic surgery, no matter how we want to live in denial about it, that African women, they have good figures, they don't go for it. And it might even shock you that a lot of young girls, not even people that have given birth to say, okay, due to childbearing or pregnancy, the body is a bit not in normal shape. They want to touch one or two things here and there. The people who are even going for this plastic surgery are these young girls that are in their early 20s, probably because they are doing this Instagram modeling. When you go to Instagram, it's what is very common. Lots of people with hot banging bodies, and they have lots of followers. So some of these people, they also want to do it for themselves so that their body will be banging. They will be able to attract some guys to themselves, also make more money for themselves, have more followership. These days, more followership is synonymous to money. I'm neither here to support liposuction, plastic surgery, BBL, or whatever you call it. No, I am here to promote it. The issue is that if you want to embark on plastic surgery, make sure you do your due diligence, do your research very well, ask relevant questions, because some people, once they have the money, they don't ask questions. Remember, this is your body, and human body does not have any spare parts. Any mistake that is done is already done, cannot be corrected. You don't have any spare parts or spare human parts that you will say they will add to your body. Mistake is made is made. So before you think of going for plastic surgery, going under knife to have that beautiful figure, remember that it is not a one-off procedure. When you do it, at one point, you still need to retouch it, you need to maintain it. Again, you ask relevant questions, people who have done it, their own experience, then the hospital, their success rate. Make sure you engage the doctor to actually know what he can do and what he cannot do, and ask people who have used the hospital also to give you their own candid opinion. So I hope justice will be served to this young lady. Nigerian Medical Association need to step up and find a way to make sure that all these doctors in these hospitals are really qualified. In as much as we want to live in denial that young girls don't do it, Africans don't do it, most young girls now is very prevalent among young people. They do it a lot. So the earlier the government step up their game, investigate the hospitals to make sure that they have qualified personnel so that people don't lose their lives unnecessarily. Between last year and this year, a couple of ladies have lost their life while undergoing this procedure. So government needs to step up their game to make sure that doctors are credible, that whatever they have on their credentials is actually what they have, not they put it on social media to bring more customers, but on paper they don't have the certificate, they didn't have the qualification. The regulatory body need to look into this to make sure that the hospitals who are claiming that they're qualified are actually qualified, that they have this experience that they're claiming to have. So I don't know why Nigeria is different. Nobody's asking questions. You just jump on and start blaming the victim, the person who was involved in the procedure. And one more thing is that when you look at all these pictures showing here, one thing you have to realize is that there are some side effects to these procedures. Some of these ladies here on this screen that I showed before and after, that was how they were looking before they went for the procedure, whether facial cosmetic surgery or whatever you call it. After the procedure, look at what they've become. So before you jump on plastic surgery, also think about the consequences, the side effect. It's not always very rosy as we think, that once you finish it, you have the banging body. Yeah, some people got the banging body. Some people also had the side effect. It didn't go all well with them. They also had some problems. At the end of the day, people need to think twice before they embark on plastic surgery. But we should make sure that the medical practitioners who are offering these services, that they're actually living up to the credentials they have on their social media handles. So guys, let me know what you think about this. Do you think the hospital should be sanctioned for neglecting their duties and their nonchalant attitude? People blaming the victim, the lady who went under the knife, and not actually talking about the hospital. They sent this lady to her early grave. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done already. And I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Bye and remain blessed.